This is the story of a thirsty girl who used to satisfy her intimacy with her father-in-law after the death of her husband. So, let's see what is going to happen next in this story. The movie starts with an army camp where some soldiers are busy in their training. Then we are shown an officer named Michael who is training with the rest of the soldiers. After training for some time, everyone returns to their camp, but Michael is sitting alone and sad. Seeing him in this condition, his friend comes to him and asks, "What happened, Michael? Why are you looking so sad?" Michael tells his friend that today he is going to propose his girlfriend Abie for marriage, but he does not know whether she will agree or not. Hearing this, his friend smiles and says that he does not need to be afraid because Abie loves him very much, and she will definitely accept his proposal. Hearing his friend's words, Michael gets a little scared. After getting courage, he goes to his house at night where his girlfriend Abie is also shown, and Abie has prepared a wonderful dinner for Michael, seeing which Michael becomes very happy. Then both of them hug each other. Then Michael takes out a ring from his pocket and proposes to Abie. Seeing this, Abie becomes very happy and accepts his proposal. After this, both of them start kissing each other, and then both Abie and Michael become intimate. The next day, Michael was about to go to his camp after getting ready when he gets a call from the hospital. He is told on the call that his father had a heart attack while working and is now admitted in the hospital. Hearing this, Michael gets very upset. Seeing him worried, Abie comes to him and starts talking. Then Michael tells her about his father. Hearing this, Abie says that if this has happened, then he should definitely go and meet his father once, but Michael refuses to meet his father because Michael hated his father a lot. So he tells Abie that his father loves money more than him, and that is why they both have not met for many years. Hearing this, Abie starts convincing him and says that he should definitely go and meet his father once, because if something happens to him, then he will regret it for the whole life. Hearing Abie's words, Michael gets into thinking and starts understanding her. After this, Michael goes to the hospital to meet his father. On reaching there, the doctor tells him that his father is now completely fine, so he can take him home, but he will have to take special care for a few days. Hearing this, Abie tells Michael that he should go to his house and take care of him. Michael also agrees after listening to Abie. Then both of them take his father Roldan home. As soon as they reach his house, Abie is surprised because Roldan was very rich, so his house was also very big and luxurious. The next day, when Abie comes home with vegetables from the market, she keeps them with Michael and starts doing her work. Seeing this, Roldan tries to help by picking up those vegetables and taking them to the kitchen, but during this time, Michael's phone accidentally falls from his hands and breaks. Seeing this, Michael gets angry and starts shouting at Roldan and starts misbehaving. After this, he goes to his room in anger. After some time, Abie comes there and talks to Michael. She says that he should not have talked to his father like this because he would not have done all this intentionally, but Michael's anger still did not subside. So he tells Abie that when he was young, his mother died in a car accident, but his father was always busy in his work, and he never gave time to his family. That is why he does not like him. Hearing this, Abie starts explaining him and says that whatever was to happen has happened, so now he should forget all these things and move on, but Roldan, standing outside, was also listening to all this, which makes him feel very bad. Now the next day, Michael is sitting outside. Then Roldan comes to him and starts talking. He apologizes to Michael and says that he also loved his mother very much, but was so busy in his work that he could not give much time to the family. However, he did all this only for their better future, so that they could have a better future. Hearing that there is no shortage of money, Michael realizes that he had misunderstood his father, so he also accepts his mistake and forgives his father. The next day, all three of them sit together and have lunch because everything was fine between them now. During this, Roldan takes out some money and gives it to Michael because Michael had taken a loan from the bank to build his house. Seeing this, Abie also becomes very happy. Then the scene shifts and we see some army soldiers. There, an army officer tells all the soldiers that they're going to go on a mission soon, and this mission can be very dangerous for them because the enemies have very advanced weapons which can also endanger their lives in this mission. So before going on the mission, they can spend whatever days are left with their families because it is possible that some people may not be able to return. After hearing this, all the soldiers return to their home. Michael also comes home and tells this to his dad and Abie. Hearing this, Abie says that the soldiers are happy. Both of them feel very bad. Then Michael tells Abie that after he leaves, she should stay with his dad and take care of him, hearing which Abie also agreed. After this, everyone goes to sleep as soon as it is night, but Michael was feeling very sad because the next day, he had to go on his mission. Seeing this, Abie comes to him and silently returns his ring to him. Then she smiles and says that she should return this ring to him only when he returns from a mission. Only after that they both will get married. Hearing this, Michael gets emotional. Abie hugs him, and then she opens her account. The next day, Michael bids farewell to his house and leaves for the camp. Seeing this, Roldan and Abie become very sad. After Michael reaches the camp, everyone together prepares a plan for the mission, but during this time when his friends looks very upset, seeing which Michael goes to him and starts convincing him. Then the scene shifts and we are shown a week later, where Abie is sitting and talking with one of her friends. She says that it has been a whole week since Michael left, but he has not called even once. Hearing this, her friend starts convincing her. Both of them are talking to each other, when suddenly Michael's call comes on Abie's phone. Seeing this, she becomes very happy, but due to poor network, they are not able to talk properly. Then a boy named Darwin comes there and tries to talk to Abie, but Abie ignores him and goes straight to her house. The next day, when she is cleaning the house, Roldan's girlfriend Teresa comes there. Actually, Teresa she is also his business partner, so Roldan introduces her to Abie. After this, Roldan and Teresa go to the room, and after reaching there, both open the account. Next day, when Abie and Roldan are having dinner, Teresa suddenly comes there. She is shocked to see both of them together, and she starts suspecting that something is going on between Roldan and Abie. Next day, when Abie goes to her work, Derwin comes there again because he also liked Abie, but this time Abie tells him clearly that in a few days, she is going to get married to Michael. Hearing this, Derwin becomes very sad. Then the scene shifts and we are shown Michael and his team fighting with the enemy. But suddenly the enemy drops a bomb on them, due to which many soldiers are killed, including Michael. Now after a few days, this news reaches Abie and Roldan. As soon as they come to know about this, both of them get injured. They become very sad, but Abie suffers the most because she loved Michael very much. After a few days, Abie, filled with grief, decides that she will leave Roldan's house, but Roldan comes there and stops Abie because she has no one left. Hearing this, Abie agrees to stay. A few days pass like this, but Abie has not been able to forget Michael yet, due to which she starts drinking. Then one day she drinks too much. Seeing this, Roldan picks her up and takes her to her room. But then Abie starts seeing Michael and Roldan, and she tries to kiss him. Seeing this, Roldan immediately stops her and leaves from there. The next day, when both of them are having dinner, Abie apologizes for the incident of the previous night. Hearing this, Roldan says nothing and the matter ends there. A few more days pass like this, and slowly Abie starts coming out of Michael's memories. Now she started living happily with Roldan. Then one day Roldan shows Abie some childhood photos of Michael. Seeing them, Abie gets emotional. Roldan tries to control her, but during this time both of them come very close to each other, and then Abie opens her account with her father-in-law. Now the next day, when both of them are about to have lunch, suddenly a call comes. Abie picks up the phone, and as soon as she comes to know that Michael is still alive and admitted in the hospital, she becomes very happy. Roldan is also surprised to hear this. Then both of them immediately leave for the hospital. After reaching there, they come to know from the doctor that the terrorists had taken Michael captive and tortured him a lot. When they thought that Michael was dead, they threw him there, but he was not dead. So his friend picked him up and took him to the hospital, which saved his life. After a few days, Michael is discharged from the hospital and returns home, but he is still not fully cured. The torture of the terrorists had a deep impact on his mind. A few more days pass like this. Then one night when Michael and Abie sit together, Michael takes out the same ring from his pocket and makes Abie wear it. Seeing this, tears of joy come in Abie's eyes and she starts smiling. After that, both of them start kissing each other. But then suddenly Michael starts remembering the torture of the terrorists. He gets nervous and becomes very aggressive. Seeing this, Abie gets scared but somehow tries to calm him down. The next day, when Teresa comes to meet Roldan, she catches him looking at Abie's pictures in his phone. Seeing this, Teresa is convinced that something is going on between Roldan and Abie. Roldan tries to convince her, but Teresa does not listen to him, and in anger, she goes straight to Michael. Teresa tells Michael that his girlfriend is having an affair with another boy. Hearing this, Michael's anger reaches the seventh sky. Without thinking anything, he picks up his gun and starts going straight to Abie. But then Roldan comes in between and stops him and tries to convince him. He says that Abie has always loved only Michael, and even when Michael was not here, he never saw her with anyone else. Hearing this, Michael calms down a bit, but he still does not believe it completely, so he starts keeping an eye on Abie secretly. One day, Michael sees Abie with Derwin, and after seeing this, he is convinced that Abie is having an affair with someone else. In anger, he goes straight to Derwin and tries to kill him, but then Abie comes in between and stops him somehow. She brings Michael home, but his anger has not subsided yet, so he goes out to drink. There he meets a girl in the bar and Michael starts talking to her. After a while, he goes to the hotel room with the girl, where both of them start working. But then Michael realizes that he is doing wrong. He immediately controls himself and asks the girl to leave from there. Meanwhile, at home, Abie is very upset because Michael has not returned home since last night. Seeing her uneasiness, Roldan comes to her and tries to convince her. Both of them come closer while talking and start kissing each other. But then Michael returns home. As soon as he goes to the room, he sees Abie and Roldan together, but after finding them just talking, he quietly leaves from there. That night, when the three are having dinner, Michael starts telling his story of how while they were talking, he suddenly takes out his gun and points at Abie and Roldan because he has come to know about their affair. Abie tries to make him understand, but Michael was not ready to listen to anything. In anger, he tries to kill both of them, but in the end, he is unable to control himself and puts down the gun, but suddenly points the gun at himself. Then the scene shifts, and we are shown a few days later where it is revealed that now the three of them have started living separately. Then one day, Michael gets a letter, which Abie had sent him. In it, she had apologized and written that she is leaving this city forever. Michael becomes very sad after reading this. Then he comes to know that his father's health is also very bad, and he does not have much time left. Hearing this, he immediately goes to the hospital where he meets his father. Michael hugs him and starts crying as soon as he sees him and friends leave. This movie ends here with an emotional moment. I hope you liked this movie explained video. If you want to see more similar movie explained videos, then you can watch this video by clicking here. Now I go and see you in the next video.